All right, well, let's get things started with the Kaiser Permanente keys to the match. Chris McLaughlin.
Well, for Northern Arizona, that's Ken Murphy. Their coach wants better passing tonight. They got aced 13 times last night. They saw 4 jump servers. Hadn't seen a jump server all year long. And for UH, Robin just wants a Xerox. That's a copy of last night's game. She liked the quick start, liked their passing, liked the middle connections, and loved the finish.
And it starts off similarly to what we saw last night throughout. Hawaii striking first on the long swing by Abby Aiken, 6'3" sophomore from Phoenix, Arizona. We saw some incredible service runs by Hawaii last night, and obviously some very effective scoring from the service line. That one goes long, but 13 service aces. A record in the rally scoring era for a 3-set match, and we saw career service ace performances by the likes of Noreen Yosia, Claire Marie Anderson, even Savannah Kahakai tying a career high there. And Emily Maglio, that was the other theme last night. Domination offensively in the middle for Hawaii.
Exactly, and I know Robin Los Santos loved the way that Yosia was connecting with both middles, both Skylar Williams and Emily Maglio.
Maglio hitting 400 last night, 10 kills, half a dozen blocks. Here's Claire Marie Anderson with the serve. Hawaii up 2-1. Left side set goes to Kaylee Jorgensen. We'll be calling her name a lot. Maglio dug up. Good diving save in the back row. Jorgensen again. Right there is Savannah Kahakai. You'll see a high and away to Casey Castillo. Blocked back. Hawaii still on the attack. They go to Castillo a second time. And we'll have a net violation called against the Lumberjacks. It wipes away a clean dig by the libero, Jordan Anderson, and it's another point for Hawaii.
Yeah, Jordan Anderson played well last night. She had a dozen digs. One of the bright spots for their team last night.
So 3 serving 1 here in the early portion of set 1. Near ace once again there for Hawaii. They have the advantage. Castillo. Good dig in the back row by Christina Bryce getting the start for the Lumberjacks tonight. Diving layout save there by Anderson. Bump set tight to the net, and Hawaii able to keep it alive. Right side, it's Maglio. Just the roll shot. Just pulled the string and touched it over that proposed double block.
I'm not sure she had that shot when she was in Canada training for this to come to Hawaii. She got it on the beach when she came to Hawaii.
Hawaiian Tel FCU starting lineup scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Hawaii off and running 4-1. Right side second, that goes to Casey Guilford. And then the second touch swing there by Yosia is dug up. Jorgensen blocked and roofed. Mags and Yosia, your top 2 blockers on the team in terms of total blocks.
Yeah, it's not unusual to see those two posting up there on that right side against the other team's best left side hitter. They just do a great job night in and night out.
Middle set, this is Victoria Ewelefo, dug up by Kahakai. Back row set, and first swing for McKenna Granado popped up in the air. Jorgensen off of one leg, forget about it. Eclipsed by big Mags in the middle.
Maglio's picking up right where she left off last night. Hawaii had, I think, 6 blocks early. She was in on, I think, all 6 of them.
Well, you wanted a Xerox in the keys to the match. So far, carbon copy of set 1 last night. Jorgensen dug up by Granado. Yosia goes slide to Maglio, touch shot, and it's all good right now for Mags. 3 kills to go along with 2 blocks.
She may just keep doing that roll shot until the defense comes up, and when they do, she's going to unload down the line.
And you see the frustration from Ken Murphy, head coach for Northern Arizona. For him, he said it wasn't necessarily something physically that we needed to do different. It wasn't necessarily a personnel tweak, as that serve just narrowly missed the end line. He said for us it was about entering this rematch with a different mindset.
Exactly. He wanted them to be more aggressive, not be quite so shy, especially against the jump servers of Hawaii.
Here's Abby Stomp, one of the other setters on the squad for the Lumberjacks. Slide to Maglio, blocked back. Now they go outside to Castillo, and she's able to ping it off of the block and out. Casey Castillo, a huge feature subject in our Game On segment of the broadcast tonight. She has certainly earned it entering tonight. 3rd on the team, 2.24 kills per set, hitting .251. Had 6 kills with a .308 clip in the sweep win last night. Ewelefo sends it long. point Hawaii. It's 9-2.
Robin Amos Santos has challenged Casey into becoming a better passer since she hasn't had to do it much so far.
Ken Murphy's seen enough. He signals for a timeout.
This presentation of Rainbow Wahine Volleyball is sponsored by Straub and Hawaii Honda Dealers.
Welcome back. 9-2 Hawaii on top of Northern Arizona here in the Hanaho of this weekend matchup. Hawaii sweeping the Lumberjacks last night in lopsided fashion, off to a lopsided start once again here in set one. Bump set goes right side to Victoria Ewelefo. Hawaii now in transition. Maglio couldn't put it down on the slide. Outside it's Jorgensen down the line, and a little too hot to handle for Claire Marie Anderson. So a point for Northern Arizona. But they, coming out of that timeout, were hitting negative 364, Seaman.
You're right. You know, they had 0 kills up until that kill by Jorgensen. It was a very slow start for the Lumberjacks.
Hawaii, meanwhile, hitting 417. And it will be Jorgensen, the 6-foot junior from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, with the serve. Granado, kaboom, from the outside. Well, Ken Murphy, the head coach for Northern Arizona, already using an early timeout. He was convinced that he felt like his team was going to come out and they would look different. So far, that has not been the case, but you have to look at the way Hawaii is playing. A lot of confidence and a lot of precision right now from the Rainbow Wahine.
Yeah, I think no matter who was on the other side of the net, Hawaii would be victorious.
Here's Granado going high hands. Right side set. This is Heaven Harris, blocked en route. The freshman Harris denied access by the freshman Sky Williams.
Williams a little late to get out there, but got lucky that Harris hit the ball cross court into her hands.
Little freshman on freshman crime there at the net. Left side set goes to Ohia Shirley. And that one's dug up by Gianna Guinasso. Now Granado off the block and out. I mean, there is a rhythm right now to this Hawaii transition game.
Very definitely. It all centers around Yosia and the choices she's making to set. She's setting into the back row. She's setting slides, quicks in the middle. Good little lob sets to the outside, and she's getting some good serving by people like Guinasso as well.
First ace of the evening. 13 of those last night for Hawaii. Gianna Guinasso deals one out of the deck. Timeout, Northern Arizona.
This presentation of Rainbow Wahine Volleyball is sponsored by Bank of Hawaii, Kaiser Permanente, and Island Air.
Welcome back. Some Rainbow Wahine alums in the house. Of course, we had the alumni match preceding this main event as that swing goes long from Ewelefo. She's gone beyond the end line a couple of times now from that opposite position. Hawaii opening up an 11-point advantage. Gianna Guinasso in the midst of one of those lengthy service runs. That one just falls off of a table. Harris going high hands, but it is a net violation. A little too handsy, that Hawaii defense at the net. They get called for the violation, and so a point for Northern Arizona. Right now, Chris McLaughlin just 1 kill shy of the total for Northern Arizona here in this opening set. Sky Williams. That one dug up right side. It's Harris, the dink, diving save back over the net by Yosia, and then Williams with the block, and it will be a lift call against Abby Aiken. How about the quick thinking, quick reaction, and quick feet of Sky Williams?
She's looking good. She just gets better every time out. Every time there, she comes off the net, then goes up quickly to block again, and then passes the ball up for getting another point. Boy, just looking so sharp in all phases of the game right now, Kanoa.
Having to deal with that Noreen Yosia missile serve. Here's Kendra Kelsch from the opposite side. Played off the block by Williams. Kelsch a second time, blocked back again. Yosia with the cover. So Kahakai looks the other way to Granado. Roll shot dug up by Shirley. Middle set, it's Aiken off the block. Calais Greeley cleaning that up. Granado. Oh, that one somehow returned. That was a bomb. Middle set, Williams. That one kept alive by Anderson, and it'll be returned. Great sequence here. You'll see a middle to Williams, and she whips.
Give the credit to the Lumberjacks. Jorgensen in the back row. Jordan Anderson in the back row, both of them popping the ball up. There's the one by Jorgensen. Here's the one by Anderson. Great defense. Ken Murphy's got to be pleased with the defense, but not with the offense right now. They're struggling offensively.
And an ill-timed service error gives it right back to Hawaii. That was something Ken Murphy said he expected more from his team last night, which was just ball control and certainly defense, like what we saw in that last sequence. Granado with the jump serve. Good pass there by Jorgensen. They go slide to Guilford. Net violation. Hawaii again. And a point for Northern Arizona.
That time is on Sky Williams. Got a little too aggressive there.
Look at Robin Amos Santos celebrated her 42nd birthday yesterday. Of course, the team presenting her with the gift of a victory. It doesn't get any better than that for a head coach, but a long night here for Robin. She participated in the alumni match as another serve drifts long for the Lumberjacks. So already making history, the first Rainbow Wahine head coach to ever participate in an alumni match.
That's right. And she's proud of it. And she played well.
It was a great match.
But the MVP had to be Evan Lee. Don't you think?
Director of volleyball ops for Hawaii. Outside swing goes to Jorgensen, plugs it through the block.
Evan Lee was like a vacuum cleaner in the back row. She dug everything.
She was also hitting some BBs too. There was one play where she kicked the ball to keep it alive. It was a third touch, so it had to go over the net. It didn't quite do that. But she perfectly set herself up for what was an exhibition smackdown to the middle of the Terraflex on the other side. I mean, she was kind of doing a little bit of everything. The crowd was thoroughly entertained. You had a lot of sort of youthful injection into that alumni match. A lot of the more recent alums participating, and it made for great fun.
It was
for
great
everybody.
volleyball. It's as good as alumni matches I've ever seen.
And again, Jorgensen, who had 9 kills last night. It was the first match this season for her where she failed to reach double-digit kills. She now has 3 on 10 swings. But yeah, I agree with you. Evan Lee, if we were giving out a Bank of Hawaii Player of the Match award for the alumni match, I think, at least for her side, we'd have to give it to her. She probably also had a couple of Fujitsu air conditioning cool plays in that one, too. Here's Maglio through the block and down.
First pass, player Marie Anderson.
Yeah, we should make note of the fact that one of the reasons that Northern Arizona struggles offensively is they lost their best player to a knee injury. Sydney Lima is injured. Will be back in a week or 2, but not for this weekend. She made the trip, but she's not going to play.
Yeah, Ken Murphy saying that she is probably the team's best all-around player, best hitter, best passer. Great scramble just to return it by the Lumberjacks. McKenna Ross gets a swing from the outside, dug it back over the net by Anderson. Ross a second time, this time dinks it over. Little pitter-patter at the net. Hawaii maintains control. Ross through the block, dug up by Bryce. Outside, it's Jorgensen. Diving save Kahakai. From her knees, Yosia sets middle to Mags, but she's blocked. Now to Ross, a third time blocked back. Some feistiness from the Lumberjacks. Mags from the right side. Pancake save Anderson. And she'll send it across. Hawaii on the attack. Yosia tried to catch him napping, nothing doing. Right side swing for Harris, she's blocked. Somehow gets it over the net, but it falls out of bounds. And a loud applause from this Stan Sheriff Center fan base.
That was a great, great rally. Here's a pancake by Anderson. The best play might have been this one right here by Abby Stomp. I thought that ball was going down by Yosia. It was a perfect time to dump the ball, and Stomp was ready for it.
So 20 serving 8. Good line drive serve there by Castillo. Jorgensen, that is kill number 4 for her. So she matches Emily Maglio's output in that category to this point, but still long road to hoe here if you are the Northern Arizona Lumberjacks.
Jorgensen is going to have to work hard tonight because she'll have 2 blockers up on her all night long. Boy knows that Jorgensen's going to get a lot of sets. in all tournament in 3 different tournaments preseason, and she's the real deal.
Magby on the slide. That one not crisp like what we saw many times last night. Two-hand save there, Kahakai. Outside, Ross. Oh, she reared back a little bit more on that effort. Still returns. Second time was a charm. A couple of really good swings from McKenna Ross. She looked like she had some quality bounce in the pregame warm-ups. We saw it on display there.
Really good swings. You know, she's hitting negative on the year. More errors and kills, but as you see right there, she's hitting negative 0.32, but she's quickly turning that around. She'll be into positive numbers very soon if she keeps playing like that.
So 21 serving 9. Gianna Guinasso again sending it across. Middle set. Ovalefo dug up by Greeley. Anderson wasn't able to corral the second touch.
Nice to see Chloe really getting a chance to play tonight. She sat out last night, and last weekend I think she sat out at least 2 of the 3 matches, resting that shoulder of hers, but it must be feeling good tonight because she's getting the call and playing well.
Anderson with that first pass. Here's Ross on the outside. And that one gets returned to sender. Well done there on the outside pan by Evan Harris, right next to Abby Aiken.
That was a solid block. Harris at 6 feet. Aiken at 5'11".
Here's Ross. That one goes off the fingertips of the block. Bumps that left side. Shirley's blocked back, but it's returned. Here's Ross again. The touch just gets a piece of the block, but nobody able to secure the second hit there for Northern Arizona. So we're seeing certainly a little bit more of a gritty effort from the Lumberjacks, and yet you look up at the scoreboard and Hawaii still has them doubled up.
The Lumberjacks still just struggling to really get in a rhythm. Their offense looking a little bit better, but it's very much Jorgensen reliant for sure.
Right side, Harris. The block and a little bit of enthusiasm in the celebration there on the Lumberjack side.
Once they start digging better and passing better, good things like this happen. They can run like a system offense. Great swing by Evan Harris.
Last night's loss, Lumberjacks have now lost 3 of 4. They're 4-6 overall here coming into tonight. Hawaii, meanwhile, won 3 straight and are now 500 at 5-5. But the block, once again, solid for Northern Arizona. Again, Aiken in on things.
Yeah, Aiken got all of that one. All Big Sky last year.
The team leader in blocks, averaging 0.84 per set as Ross unleashes a little bit of thunder from the opposite position.
Nice idea for Lucia to move the ball to the right antenna. A lot of stuff has been going left because the passes have been a little shaky. She had a chance to set right, and she did then. Great idea. Ross had no block up at all.
And this is another area where Ross has been a strong contributor from behind the service line. Shirley tried to avoid the block. Ross saving what was probably an out ball. Now the advantage here to the Lumberjacks. Aiken in the middle, picked up by Kahakai. Ross from the back row. Tried to touch it deep. Bump set goes right side. It's Guilford, blocked back. Now Shirley from off the net. Dug up by Ross. Yosia touches it over. And a diving save. Good reaction there by Danny Westfall. Yosia trying to save it out of the net. Free ball here now for the Lumberjacks. Outside, it's Shirley, blocked by Kelsch, but she knuckles it up in the air. Backside set goes to Guilford. She's blocked. Now Williams with the swing. And Hawaii wins a marathon sequence.
How about these rallies we're seeing tonight? Fans get the money's worth tonight. This will not be a short one, I guess.
See what Sky Williams did last night. 8 kills, hitting .571. The 8 kills tying a season high. She has reached that number now 3 times this year. And it is aloha ball for Hawaii here in the first. Outside, Shirley through the Kelsch block. And down for a Northern Arizona point.
He is Shirley, Native American Indian from Monument Valley. Grew up on a reservation. He's the most valuable player in the small schools Arizona volleyball Association.
So it remains Aloha ball, and there is your final point of set number 1. Fourth service error for Northern Arizona. Hawaii dominates again. Welcome back. Series record sponsored by Aston Hotels and Resorts. Hawaii now 3-0 versus Northern Arizona. The last meeting, I remember it like it was yesterday. Hawaii winning by way of a sweep. 25-12, 10, and 12. Again, dominating in set 1 tonight, 25-14. What did you see out of both sides?
Well, you know, one interesting note on the Northern Arizona side was the appearance of Christina Bryce, the freshman out of the University of Arizona. She transferred, has not had anything on the stat sheet all year long. Her first appearance, she leads them in digs so far. That's the bright spot for Ken Murphy's team.
And how about a solo stunt, courtesy Abby Aiken, to rev the engine here to start set number 2 for the Lumberjacks.
There's another bright spot right there. Aiken has been on all 3 blocks. Hawaii's got 4. So Arizona playing better at the net.
Aiken, all Big Sky second teamer last year, was the conference outstanding freshman award recipient, as Casey Castillo been pretty outstanding herself here through most of 2017. Gets Hawaii off the schneid here in set 2. Now Claire Marie Anderson to serve. Career high 3 aces last night. Right side, Guilford, blocked, and roofed. That is perhaps the most imposing block that Hawaii has to offer on a regular basis. 6'3" and 6'3", Castillo and Maglio.
Guilford got out there pretty good. They tried to go line. Guilford tried to go line on Castillo, but Castillo was out there ready to turn that ball back into the court.
Outside set, Jorgensen blocked back, popped up by the aforementioned Bryce. And a free ball coming here for Hawaii. Kahakai, the first touch. Yosia able to provide the offense as she sends it over on the second touch.
I like the way that Yosia is becoming a little more aggressive, taking more chances at the net on those close passes. Go ahead and dump a few when she's a front row player. Become the third attacker.
Try to keep that defense honest. Here's Jorgensen down the line, covered by Anderson. Back row set to Ross. McKenna Ross now with 4 kills. It's tied for the team lead, as you mentioned, getting well into the positive numbers here so far tonight.
As you said, she had a little bounce in her step during warm-ups tonight and is taking that right to the game time and playing well.
Hitting 250 on already 12 attempts. Jorgensen, that one off the tape. Two-handed in the air by Anderson. Here's Castillo, the touch shot sniffed out by Aiken. Right side, it's Guilford off the block, joust at the net. Kahakai cover, and Ross dinks it from the back row. Diving save Anderson, good effort there. Free chance here for Hawaii. Slide to Maglio, blocked and roofed. That's twice now that Aiken has gotten a piece of Emily Maglio on a roof.
Ken Murphy said before the game that they want to do a better job on Maglio tonight. Take away her favorite shots, if nothing else. Force her to hit her second and third choice shots.
And that was actually Jorgensen getting the gist of that one next to Aiken. Aiken with the serve. Castillo off the fingertips of the block. Jorgensen had to reset quickly after making the first touch there. Now Castillo is blocked and roofed. So we are already seeing a much more demonstrative effort at the net here by Northern Arizona in this second set.
They're building a big wall up there up front. Did a nice job of getting 2 blockers out on Castillo that time.
Third block of this set already for Northern Arizona. Here's Castillo. Block got a good chunk of that one as well. Guilford able to work it through Hawaii's proposed double block. And one of their toughest blocks in Castillo and Maglio, and getting the point for Northern Arizona. And we are tied at 4.
Credit this NAU team for fighting back on night 2. They could have folded up the tents after getting spanked a little bit last night.
Maglio off the slide. Westfall the pickup. Flat-footed, she sends it across. Advantage here for Hawaii. You'll see a slide to Maglio down the line and wide. Point for Northern Arizona, and now they lead in a rare instance. A 4-0 Lumberjack run.
Interestingly enough, 3 of those 4 really were earned by the Lumberjacks. Only the last one was one that Hawaii gave them.
Castillo dug up. Christina Bryce continues to do good work along that back line. Yosia catches them again. They're paying so much attention to Emily Maglio for good reason. Yosia taking advantage.
Exactly. Yeah, I love it when Maglio runs behind Yosia, runs to the antenna, draws a lot of attention. You saw the left side blocker go out with Maglio, leaving it wide open for Yosia to dump the ball down.
So we're tied at 5 here in set 2. Casey Castillo with that float jump serve. Right side, Guilford dug up by Castillo. Tight to the net, Guilford touches it down. Casey Guilford, freshman from Parker, Colorado, out of Legend High School, who redshirted last year. She's averaging 1.12 kills per set, hitting a .11 on the year, but Ken Murphy brought her in off the bench last night. She gets the start tonight, and she's putting in some work. That one just narrowly misses the end line from Abby Stump, and Hawaii gets the freebie. 5th service error already tonight for Northern Arizona.
Well, you know why? They're being aggressive tonight, and Ken Murphy wanted them to be aggressive. He's not going to be getting mad if they serve a few balls out. He knows that their tough serving is going to also cause some bad passes by Hawaii.
Sophia Howling in there in the middle for Hawaii, as Jorgensen takes a good whip at it. Outside, it's Ross through the block and down. McKenna Ross, 5 kills now, and hitting up well above 250. She's the team leader in kills as it currently stands.
Take one McKenna out and put another one in. Makes it easier on the announcers like you.
It's just another Mac attack there for Hawaii.
There you go.
Slide. Ewelefo blocked and roofed. That is McKenna Ross defensively getting her fingerprints all over this one.
I think even she would tell you that blocking is not her strongest skill, but on this one, she looks like a champ right there, even though she's a little bit off the net when she blocked it. Didn't penetrate over the net much, but she got the blocking anyway.
Jorgensen, only a solo block on the other side for Hawaii. It was Noreen Yosia, and Jorgensen able to gobble it up. 5 kills now for her, hitting 150 to go along with a handful of digs. You see her gaudy numbers here on the season. Entered the weekend 7th among Big Sky hitters in kills per set. 7 double-doubles as well on the season.
Quite an athlete, too. 2 times high jump champion, Junior Olympics. She's good.
High ball bump set to Ross. Oh, that one had some smoke tailing off of it, dug up by Anderson. Chance now for Hawaii again. Slide to Howling. Blocked and roofed. Well, they're actually going to say that Howling didn't get that one above the tape. So either way you slice it, it's a point for Northern Arizona, and they have drawn even once again. There's a look of mild concern coming from Robin Amo Santos. You'll see it. They go slide to Howling, and this time able to blast it off the block and out.
You remember Robin Amo Santos is being generous tonight with the substitutions. She's got Ross in for Granado. She's got Howling in for Williams, and she's got Greeley playing some back row tonight. So 3 of the 6 are different, which makes it a little bit easier, I think, for Northern Arizona to attack Hawaii.
Good dig there by Yosia. So Kahakai sets up Kelsch. And how about that? Curled it into the deep corner. Kendra Kelsch entering tonight's match 4th on the team with 1.31 kills per set, hitting 197.
Look at that set from Kahakai, right on the money. Kelsch hitting it deep into area 1.
10 serving 8. Bump set outside to Shirley. Double block was up. Dug up by Greeley. Right side, Kelsch, straight down to the floor. Oh, we saw both ends of the spectrum there from Kendra Kelsch. The top spin that curled in deep corner, that one.
Then the straight down hammer.
The heater.
Ross and Kelsch looking good in the front row.
And another bomb serve from Yosia results in the overpass. Middle set Howling. 2-handed in the air by Anderson. Bump set to Shirley. Off the fingertips of the block. Oh, that middle set a little low for Howling, so she could only touch it over. Shirley will try to take a big swing at it. That one caught the tape. So Kelsch, high ball set to Ross. Off the block, Shirley keeps it alive. Right side, it's Harris return. Middle set, Ewalefo gets the point for Northern Arizona.
Once again, the Lumberjacks hanging in these rallies and then just taking the big swing when the opportunity arrives. And that time, Ewalefo did a great job of putting that ball down. Got Hawaii on their heels.
So Jordan Anderson, the libero, with the serve. Middle set, Howling, and it was the net that denied access there. As it winds up out of bounds, point Northern Arizona, and they are very much hanging tough with Hawaii here in this second stanza. After 4 straight dominant performances by Hawaii in these sets this weekend, they've got a battle here in set 2, but Kendra Kelsch as well as McKenna Ross carrying the offensive loan. Go figure.
Well, remember, when 2 teams play back-to-back, night number 2 in general is closer than night 1 because both coaches are making adjustments. So no surprise that it's closer. What is surprising is the people who, on Hawaii's side, who are the leaders, as you said, Ross and Kelsch.
Harris is dug up. Kelsch, the dump shot doesn't get down. Harris returns it. Chance for Hawaii again. You'll see a backside to Kelsch. Dug up by Stomp back over the net. You'll see a surveying the floor outside the Castillo roll shot, diving save by Shirley. Northern Arizona is playing very aggressively here defensively tonight. Pancake save Anderson, and they return it again. You'll see it with options. Backside to Kelsch, the dink. And that time it finally touches the Terraflex.
Ken Murphy up off the bench clapping for his team. The fans here in the Stan Sheriff Center also clapping for this rally. Along with there's the pancake save. And there's the tip shot that goes down.
Ken Murphy saying last night there was a lot of looking at each other as the ace is dealt out of the deck by McKenna Ross. Said on sequences like what we just saw, we just weren't as tenacious going after some of those balls. We are seeing a tenacious defense from Northern Arizona tonight. Still, Hawaii up 4 here in set 2.
I'll tell you what else they're doing better is they're passing the ball better. Only 2 aces tonight. Last night they had 13 on the night.
Here's Harris. Tried to dink it past Castillo, but Kahakai with the save. Castillo winds up, uncoils. Got under it just a tad, and it's a point for the Lumberjacks. Savannah Kahakai, by the way, into double figures in digs. Chris, of course, she continues to climb the charts. Last night surpassed T. Williams, one of the all-time legends in Rainbow Wahine lore. She is now in 7th place on the UH career digs list. Entered tonight 73 digs away from 6th place as Kendra Kelsch pounds that one to the floor. And Hawaii gets to 15 first. A little bit more of a battle here in set 2. Welcome back. Tonight's Jack Fact, making a point at the service line. Aside from all of those aces, you see the runs by Anderson, Kahakai, Yosia versus the entire Northern Arizona team. 14 natural points for Anderson, 13 natural points for Kahakai, 9 for Yosia, just 8 for the Lumberjacks as a squad.
A natural point being defined as scoring a point when you are serving.
A lot of incredible runs. Savannah Kahakai forces an overpass. That's as good as an ace. And that is an example of a natural point as it is placed down by Kendra Kelsch.
What a new weapon Hawaii has now with the serving of Kahakai. Formerly a very good jump floater, now all of a sudden a really good jump server.
Yeah, that top spin serve. Slide goes to Guilford. Knuckled up in the air by Yosia. Bump set to Castillo. That was a nice looking set there by Kelsch. In the middle, Aiken. Solo stuff, courtesy Emily Maglio.
Set a little tight for Aiken and Maglio all over it. Hawaii's 7th block.
Quick timeout once again for Ken Murphy and the Lumberjacks. Welcome back. Let's go inside the numbers presented by Heineken. 13. That's the number of UH service aces last night. That set a new rally scoring record in a 3-set match. Also tied the all-time 3-set record if you go back and include traditional side-out scoring. 17 serving 11 out of the timeout. Savannah Kahakai with another heater going across the net. Ohia Shirley is that one off the block. Maglio took a little something off there, and it was able to work. Hawaii now building its lead out to 7.
It's set a little low for Mags. That's why she took something off it. She likes to get it a little bit higher so she can get more down on the ball.
A 4-0 Rainbow run here at this juncture of set 2. Here it comes again from Kahakai, continuing to put it on point. And Maglio says, mahalo nui loa, Savannah.
Kahakai continues to deliver, forcing Ken Murphy to call a timeout.
Another timeout signaled by the Lumberjacks, so we'll take a break as well. Welcome back. Let's check out our First Hawaiian Bank top 3. The least points allowed in the rally scoring era for Hawaii. You got to go back to Louisiana Tech, the old Western Athletic Conference days in the 2011 season. La Tech scoring 32 and 33 points total. Last night, though, Northern Arizona with the 34 points. That's good enough for the 3rd spot on that list. Here's Castillo from off the net. Hawaii building out an 8-point advantage here, coming out of another Northern Arizona timeout. Backside set to Kelsch. Blocked back, Kahakai covers. Kelsch, second time. It works.
Kelsch, kill number 7, leading the way for all Hawaii attackers. That might be the first time she's led the way offensively in her career. The senior having a fun time on that right side.
And how about this service run by Savannah Kahakai? 20 serving 11. Now cuts it to the near sideline and delivers an ace. She has emerged as a scoring factor from behind the service line and is now second on the team behind Yosia in that category.
It's added a whole new dimension to Hawaii's point scoring ability.
So 7-0 run for Hawaii. 6 straight natural points by Savannah Kahakai from the service line. Here's Shirley. Dug up by Kahakai. That's dig number 12. Ross from the back row. Oh, just out beyond the end line. The crowd moans in disagreement. Robin Amos Santos contemplating, at least momentarily, the idea of busting out the challenge card. And I think she's looking for it. And they will challenge. And the crowd vehemently agrees. The officiating crew tonight, if you're wondering, Wayne Lee atop the ladder, Ryan Sakagawa down on the floor. He'll be doing the reviewing. Melinda Rusher and Wes Kawachi, the line judges. So the challenge, we are presuming, is the in-out call along that end line.
Normally you have that called by now.
It looked good from our perspective. But again, the replay oftentimes reveals more detail. Oh boy.
Ooh, that looked pretty good.
That looked in by a significant margin, at least from that angle.
Yeah.
By the way, would like to take a moment to give a shout out to some very loyal Rainbow Wahine Volleyball fans who are taking in the broadcast at one of the fine establishments on the island of Maui in terms of viewing sports, Grena's Garage. I want to say hello to the group over there. At Grena's Garage, we are told that they are partaking in the viewing party.
I'd like to give a shout out to one of my dear friends of volleyball, a legend, Charlie Jenkins, battling some medical issues right now. Hope he's watching tonight. Charlie, get better, buddy.
Well said and well-reviewed challenge there if you're Robin Amos Santos, as Hawaii gets the point. And Savannah Kahakai continues to run the show from behind the service line here in set 2. It was a tightly contested second set.
All the way up until 10-all?
Right before this run. But Kahakai proves she is human and sends it long.
There is a chink in her Superwoman armor. What a great leader she is, too. for this Rainbow Wahine squad, both on and off the court, in the gym. Amazing work ethic.
Bryce sends it out. Hawaii gets the 23. Yeah, Savannah Kahakai, who is a bit of a motherly figure, if you will, on the roster. She is a family resources major, and so that's sort of intrinsically part of her personality. Now we have Faith Ma'afala coming in to serve for Hawaii. But yeah, Savannah Kahakai, leader by example, as well as one of the more vocal leaders on this Rainbow Wahine squad.
Yeah, when they go on the road, she'll make sure everybody minds their P's and Q's.
And pops straight up in the air. Cross-court bump set goes to Jorgensen. We haven't heard from her in a while. Dug up by Ross, played off the net by Ma'afala. Somehow was able to set up Sibley. Kirsten Sibley into the match. The 6'2 sophomore off of what was an unlikely but beautiful set by Faith Ma'afala.
Yeah, an errant pass by Ross forced the ball into the net, but how about Ma'afala staying low, getting really tight to the net, popping up a pretty good set.
Aloha ball for Hawaii in the second. Jorgensen has to just punch it over. Ma'afala goes middle to Maglio, drops the anvil. And Hawaii, after playing tight with the Lumberjacks, leaves them in the dust. 25-12 in set two, and they'll have an opportunity to open up the broom closet here at the Stan Sheriff Center. Welcome back. Let's take a look at the McDonald's match statistics. CMAC.
Well, the biggest number that jumps out right away is the number of kills. Hawaii, 30 kills. Northern Arizona's 13. But, you know, the match looks a little lopsided, but there were so many great rallies. Really is a closer match than it was last night, to be sure.
And more than just Hawaii wanting to finish things off, perhaps in style, this is the final tune-up prior to Big West Conference play, and it will be UC Irvine first up in this building next Friday. Irvine is off to a 12-1 start this season. So how important is it for the Rainbow Wahine to play well here in what will be the final taste of action prior to conference play?
It's a great question. It's very important, I think, for them to play well here tonight, finish this off in style, play efficiently, get a lot of players in, hopefully at the same time, because next weekend's matches are very important.
Well, let's check out how it works, presented by Central Pacific Bank. Chris, what do you got for us?
We're going to take a look at how important it is for Emily Maglio, what kind of attention she draws. She's right here, and she's going to draw the attention of this blocker right here. And that blocker is going to go out with Maglio and opening it up for wide open for Yosia to dump the ball down right there. No blocker up at all because the outside blocker was so worried about Emily Maglio and her step-out maneuver. So even when Maglio doesn't attack the ball, she still causes problems for the other team.
And Savannah Kahakai feels like she's been serving forever. She starts off set number 3 with the serve. Here's Jorgensen from the outside, able to slice it hard angle to the far sideline for what is her 6th kill of the match. And the Lumberjacks strike first here in set number 3. Hawaii seeking its 4th straight victory, which is significant when you consider they started this season 0-3, if you remember, in the opening weekend. First time that the Rainbow Wahine got off to an 0-3 start since 1980. But I think we're all in agreement that every weekend, despite some of the turbulence, there has been a steady and apparent level of improvement.
Exactly. And I think Robin Amos Santos was most happy on her 42nd birthday when they played so well last night.
Here's Castillo getting the swing from off the net. What are you seeing in her development? Of course, we featured her heavily in the pregame portion of the broadcast, but what is it? Is it just a level of confidence? What else are you seeing?
Well, she's confident, and, you know, she's played middle and right. All of a sudden now she's on the left, and I think she's adjusted really well. She keeps the ball in play, doesn't make many errors, doesn't hit it super hard, but this is very, very steady.
There's Mags on the slide, off the block and down.
The other thing about Castillo, you're asking what has she done to improve, is she's had to work on her passing, because when she was middle, when she was right, she never had to pass. And all of a sudden, when she's on the left, she's going to have to do some passing.
You know, we're seeing her become pretty steady in that department. I mean, she's had her better nights than others for sure, but she is definitely steady in a fashion that we haven't seen in the previous 2 years of Casey Castillo in this program. Kendra Kelsch getting another ace for Hawaii, and they're up 3-1. In fact, we're even seeing some pretty stellar defense from time to time. Castillo with the digging game.
Yeah, I watched her in warm-ups tonight. She looked really sharp in warm-ups with her digging. And of course, at 6'3", she's an imposing blocker as well.
So 2 serving 3. And here is Abby Stomp, a sophomore out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Appeared in just 2 matches last year as a freshman. Serves it into the net. Something else that Ken Murphy's trying to figure out here is what the setter, rotation, combination, just the approach overall should be for this team. You have Abby Stomp, but you also have Danny Westfall, the transfer from Wyoming. As Jorgensen sends it long, but Westfall's kind of an interesting case study because she has been dealing with a wrist injury, and it has impacted the nerves in her hand and the feeling, thus the touch, when it comes to her setting.
Exactly. So Murphy doesn't know whether he's going to go 5-1 or 6-2, depending on how Westfall is playing.
There's Jorgensen on the high ball, dug up by Castillo right on cue. Castillo from the back row. Casey got it started in that transition and then finished it with Definity.
Normally, we've seen McKenna Ross digging that ball in back middle and then hitting the pipe. We haven't seen Castillo hit it that much. A new wrinkle in Hawaii's offense.
Handful of kills, handful of digs for Casey Castillo. Slide goes to Ewelefo. Diving save Kahakai. Ross had her back. Castillo sends it over. Oh, that was close to being an out ball. Outside, it's Jorgensen. That's an out ball, and that's a point for Hawaii. Christina Bryce straddling that far sideline mid-sequence. Played what was probably an out ball. Now the discussion on the Northern Arizona side of the net is, was there a touch on that swing by Jorgensen?
As soon as Jorgensen hit it, she turned around to Coach Murphy right away and said, "Coach, get the challenge card out. There was definitely a touch at the net on one of the blockers."
And so Ken Murphy obliges, and Ryan Sakagawa puts on the headset once more.
I think she was thinking that Emily Maglio got the touch there. We'll see if you can see Maglio's finger bend back there at all.
It would be that index finger on that right hand of Emily Maglio.
Looks like there was a touch. I'm gonna claim that
I think I'm with you there.
there was a touch right there. We'll see how definitive it is.
Yeah, that
Right there.
looked like there
Yeah.
was some contact.
Yeah.
But you never know, because it is not what we see, it is what Ryan Sakagawa sees.
There you go.
And he will reveal what he just saw. He saw the same thing. Good challenge there by Ken Murphy.
Good call by you, Kanoa Leahy. Verifying Ryan Sakagawa's call.
Hey, I was just jumping on your opinion there. But the right call, and that is what the review challenge system is there to do.
Whenever you see a player like Jorgensen immediately turn around to her coach and say, "Challenge that," that means she heard a touch, she saw a touch, she knew there was a touch.
And Jorgensen now will serve 3 serving 6. Pass by Anderson, high and away. The set goes to Ross. McKenna Ross with her 7th kill. That ties a career high. She had 7 kills in her debut, if you remember, as a true freshman last year, opening weekend against Arizona.
How about the setting distribution here? Maglio with 8 kills, Kelsch with 7, Ross with 7, Castillo with 5.
Scramble play by the Lumberjacks, but it winds up a back row flat-footed kill by Jorgensen. She's all smiles for good reason.
And she's had to carry such a heavy load since her counterpart, Sydney Lima, has gone down with a bad knee. I'm sure she'll be happy to see Lima back out on the court in a week or 2.
Oh, Howling. Had to just send it across to keep the sequence alive. Middle set goes to Aiken, dug up by Maglio. Here's Ross. Down again, and it's a new career high. for the sophomore from Aliso Viejo, California. What an incredibly athletic family that she is part of. Sister Kyla, maybe you've heard of her, won gold in the team competition at the 2012 Summer Olympics in London for Team USA. Dad, Jason, of course, played both football and baseball.
How about Auntie Nohea?
For UH, Auntie Nohea Tano, one of the prized members of this, as Lisa Strand-Ma'a referred to it, sisterhood of Rainbow Wahine Volleyball history. Five serving 8. That one drifts long. So a freebie for Hawaii. How good is that? Or what does that potentially portend for Hawaii? To see McKenna Ross, to see Kendra Kelsch playing at this level here tonight, even though this has been a very one-sided weekend in favor of Hawaii. What does it necessarily or potentially mean for the Rainbow Wahine going forward to see those two contribute in the way they have?
It just gives Robin Amos Santos that many more choices when she draws up the lineup. And if I'm another team like Irvine that's playing next week, I'm going to be very confused as to who Robin's going to put on the floor.
Castillo pushing it across. Shirley will get the swing, goes high hands, kept alive by Yosia. So here comes Kelsch, the former setter, out to Castillo, and she hammers it down.
You know, it's got to be positive for Robin Amos Santos to see the fact that Hawaii's generating a lot of good offense without their star, McKenna Granado, who averages over 4 kills a set, sitting on the bench.
Hawaii error-free so far here in the third. They're hitting 750. Middle set, Aiken, blocked by Howling. Pinballed around, Jorgensen from the back row. Able to put quite the downward angle on it. And that's kill number 9 for Kaylee Jorgensen.
She is such a good all-around player. No, she's a 6-rotation player hitting out of the back row. Now she's rotated back into the front row, her favorite spot, front left.
Kahakai with the pass. You'll see it goes middle to Howling. That one didn't get above the tape. So it's a point for Northern Arizona. Hanging around here in set 3. Certainly up against the ropes. Down 2 sets to none. And that second set got away from them in a hurry. Remember, it was tied 8-all in the early portion of set 2. And then Savannah Kahakai behind the service line. The rest of the Rainbow Wahine unleashed as Howling puts it down for the Hawaii point.
This, the other question is who will Robin Amos Santos start next week? Will it be Howling? Will it be Williams? Will it be Burns? We know it will be Maglio at one of the medals.
Kahakai, another fantastic serve. Jorgensen had to hesitate on the run-up. Middle set, Maglio. That one dug up to the net. Castillo couldn't win the joust. Kelsch on the second touch swings at it. An erratic rally here. And Jorgensen finally ends it. And she's into double figures in kills. Last night was the first match in which she didn't reach double-digit kills. She has 10 here tonight. One of the bright spots, certainly, for Northern Arizona. High ball set to Castillo off the fingertips, kept alive by Aiken. Back set. Guilford is dug up over the net by Kahakai. We got some patty cake work at the net. Now Castillo blocked, kept alive by Yosia. Ross from the back row. The advantage now on the Lumberjack side. Jorgensen, that's dug up by Ross. Hawaii in transition. Here's Kelsch, blocked. Ross keeps it alive. Back bump set, Kahakai to Castillo. Ends the deal.
What a rally. What a rally. How about Kahakai with the dig to keep that rally alive? When she back bump set, a blind one to Castillo. Castillo ends the rally with a nice cross-court shot. Kahakai once again in the middle of most of the action in the rally.
Not the most crisp rendition of the game on that last long sequence, but in the end, it was good execution by Kahakai to Castillo.
Another jump server, the 5th one to be thrown at Northern Arizona.
What a diving save by Ross. Bump set Ma'afala to Castillo, blocked back. Ma'afala right side now to the freshly inserted Sibley. Kahakai punches it up. And Castillo has to send a free ball over the net. Almost a bump kill. It works out as a point for Hawaii.
Again, not a pretty rally, a point nevertheless. Draws a smile from Robin Amos Santos. Nice little touch bump there by Casey Castillo. As you said, almost got the bump kill.
So Hawaii entering conference play on Friday against UC Irvine. UC Davis also will be in the house as the Irvine travel partner. Davis off to an 8-5 start this season. If you look at the top of the heap, though, among Big West teams, you have UC Irvine. That will be the conference opener. They're 12-1, looking awfully good. Cal Poly, a lot of expectations for that program here coming into 2017. They're 10-2 here to start the season.
They'll be the following weekend.
Correct.
So the first 2 weekends of conference play, more than challenging for the Rainbow Wahine.
Hawaii preseason pick to win the Big West Conference. As there is some blood, perhaps, on the floor that Renee Shigemura, the trainer for Hawaii, has to take care of. But you see some of the votes that went elsewhere here in year one of the Robin Amos Santos era. Oftentimes, this has been almost academic, where Hawaii is the overwhelming favorite. Dave Shoji would never vote for his own team in any ranking or poll, and so sometimes there would be that one straggling vote for another team. But here you have Cal Poly with a couple of first-place votes in Long Beach State as well.
So with the preseason just about over, I think that other vote would probably go from Long Beach State to Cal Poly, and it would be 6-3, much closer. And I think you'd see Long Beach State, who struggled in the preseason mightily. I think they've only won, have they won any? I don't think they've won any. I think you'll find Irvine might be the 3rd best team in the conference.
Ma'afala with the serve, overpass, Sibley punches it down. That's pretty good focus. I mean, for a delay of that variety, Faith Ma'afala, potentially out of rhythm, still able to maintain that focus to deliver a stellar serve. Timeout, Northern Arizona. Time now for the Fujitsu Air Conditioning cool play of the match. This is a bit of a combo play. First, the dig by Savannah Kahakai. And then after the rally extends, how about the blind back bump set to Casey Castillo for the finish?
Kahakai is such an athlete. Such great vision, great volleyball IQ. Just makes things happen.
5 assists for her. That was one of those 5. Also has 16 digs, which is certainly her signature. Almost another assist there. Castillo dug up. Jorgensen soft touches it over the block. So here's Kahakai setting up Sibley. That is punched up in the air by Bryce. Jorgensen tried to find deep corner, covered by Ross. So Ma'afala high and away to Castillo, blocked and roofed. That was Casey Guilford getting the gist of that one on the outside.
Solid block by Guilford. Smiles all around by Casey. Alefo also out there on the block.
And here's Stomp, former New Mexico Gatorade Player of the Year, sends it long. It's been a frustrating night from the service line for Abby Stomp.
How about the whole team? No aces, 9 errors.
Yeah, the look from Ken Murphy says it all. 15 serving 9. Jorgensen, tough angle, dug up by Kahakai. That's dig number 17 for her. And Maglio follows suit with kill number 9. And another timeout taken by Ken Murphy. 4,369 in the house at the Stan Sheriff Center, watching another Hawaii romp. Well, if you want to help show your support for Rainbow Warrior Volleyball 7th Annual Benefit Golf Tournament, September 28th, 2 p.m. shotgun start at Olamana Golf Club. For more information, call 956-9931. Casey Castillo serving out of the timeout. That's a good serve. Jorgensen has to send a free ball Hawaii's way. Ma'afala picks and chooses, and she picks soundly as Emily Maglio pummels that offering.
Again, the theme of the 2 evenings, Hawaii's offensive attack, lots of middle. Like over 35% middle. A new look for the Rainbow Wahine.
10 kills last night for Mags, 10 kills so far tonight as Castillo sends it into the twine. UH Athletics reaches out to you online each week with updates and promotions through its H-Mail e-newsletter. To register, visit hawaiiathletics.com and click on the H-Mail button. It's simple and it's free. Kalei Greeley back into the match, and Kaylee Jorgensen to serve. Tries to attack Greeley. Nice pass outside. It's Ross. Was there a touch? No touch. It goes long. Point for Northern Arizona. One of the rare instances that McKenna Ross didn't come through on the outside.
And she's had an almost perfect night.
Just her second hitting error here this evening. As that one goes into the net, that is service error number 10 for the Lumberjacks. And as you mentioned, next to 0 aces. I mean, this is the program that led the nation in total aces last year. Here's Sibley through the double block. Good diving save in the back row by Stomp. Cross-court bump set goes to Harris. And it's sent back. Sophia Howling doing the deed.
I like seeing Sophia Howling getting some playing time here tonight. I think Sky Williams has got some good time this weekend. And kind of was Sophia's turn to get a little bit of time, and I'm surprised that Burns hasn't gotten a little more time.
Harris, the block hadn't formed, but Greeley scoops it up. Mags from the back row.
Could that be an omen of maybe Mags going 6 rotations and hitting out of the back row, a la Nikki Taylor?
That was pretty well done right there. And how about the ace to follow it up?
Normally Mags doesn't serve. She's got Claire Marie Anderson comes in for her, or somebody else. Now she's getting a chance to serve, and the reason is that they want her hitting out of the back row. We'll see if she gets another set in this rally.
Not quite the record-breaking ace performance that we saw last night as Shirley goes off of Sibley's proposed block and out for a Northern Arizona point, but 5 service aces nonetheless tonight for the Rainbow Wahine.
Maglio staying in the game, and she's passing.
Greeley with the first touch there. Ma'afala goes middle to Howling. Good swing on it, but Aiken got a good chunk of it as well. Harris, that's two-handed in the air by Greeley. Bumps that outside. Here's Ross from off the net. And she zooms one through the Lumberjack defense. Yet again, building on her career night. McKenna Ross now with 10 kills for the first time as a Rainbow Wahine.
I have not seen her hit this hard or swing with this much confidence in her 2 years here.
Hitting 348.
She looks so comfortable at 348. She's been hitting negative going into tonight.
Close to a double-double, too. She's got 9 digs.
What did she have for training meal?
She ate her Wheaties, that's for sure. Here's Ma'afala catching them napping.
Ma'afala getting to play some front row. Normally she goes out and you'll see it comes back in. But Ma'afala allowed to play all 6 rotations as Robin Amos Santos in the generous mood, in the giving mood. Maybe it's her birthday, made her a little more happy. Who knows?
Getting back out on the court for the alumni match.
Yeah, that could be it.
Ma'afala goes quick middle to Howling. And they will rise here at the Stan Sheriff Center. Another one-sided affair. Another dominant performance by the home team. It is aloha ball for the match as Hawaii tries to make it 4 straight victories. And they do. Just like she drew it up, right? Rika Okino, the redshirt freshman, seals it. Ekahi Elua, aloha, for the 2nd straight night against Northern Arizona.
Pretty impressive. The numbers, again, dominant right there, 14, 12, and 14. But a lot more rallies tonight. A lot of good play from different people tonight as well. Those were the highlights, I think, for the Rainbow Wahine.
Well, let's quickly get to the Bank of Hawaii players of the match. As Hawaii celebrates its 4th straight win, they are now above 500 here in 2017 at 6-5. Kaylee Jorgensen, 10 kills, hitting 184 with a block and 6 digs for Northern Arizona. McKenna Ross, career high 10 put downs, hit 348, 1 dig shy of a double-double, 2 blocks, and a service ace. Scott Robbs is next to Rabanamo Santos.
Thanks, Kanoa. Coach, congratulations on the win. And I thought one thing that was really good about the way you performed tonight, your team was very balanced offensively.
I mean, like I said, we come in here, we walk our server and pass. I told them that that's what we're working on this week and our offense. And they're doing whatever I asked them to do.
So obviously that makes you very happy, and you have to be happy with the way McKenna Ross performed tonight. She had a career-high 10 kills. Was that part of the plan, or was McKenna Granado injured?
Well, Mac Granado, she's okay. I just wanted to give her a little bit rest. You know, she injured her thumb one of the other games. So, and I told Ross, I'm like, hey, you're going to start playing in the front. I just need you to be confident. That's all you have to do, and her confidence is coming in, and she's rolling with it.
All right, Coach, now the non-conferences, pal. You get ready for conference. You open up against Irvine next Friday. They're 12-1. Is this team ready in your mind for the Big West?
I think we can still work more, but I think we're building, and we're getting better since the first day. They're starting off strong now. They're finishing strong. I'm getting more from the bench. I can sub people in. So I don't know. I think we're ready. I hope we're ready.
Of course, yesterday was your birthday, but you had a match tonight, so enjoy this evening.
Oh, yeah, school night last night. Tonight is not a school night.
Right on, Robin. Thanks.
Right, thank you.
All right, guys, back over to you.
In other words, the birthday celebration is officially on tonight for Rabanamo Santos and the coaching staff. We'll be back to wrap things up after this. Back here at the Stan Sheriff Center, final arithmetic, 25-14, 12-12 as Hawaii wins in straight sets for the 2nd straight night. They've now won 4 in a row. And it was a Mac attack, not Mac Granado, Mac Ross, McKenna Ross. I'm here with C-Mac. Career high for McKenna. Obviously, Hawaii able to dominate Northern Arizona for 2 straight nights. Some of that you have to attribute not just to Hawaii playing sharp, but also Northern Arizona perhaps a little overwhelmed by just the way Hawaii served and the unfamiliarity with that brand of serving. But that said, Scott Robbs asked Rabanamo Santos, I thought, a very poignant question. I'll ask you the same question. How ready for Big West Conference play do you think this Rainbow Wahine team is?
I think they're more than ready. I love the way Rabanamo Santos has really tapped into her bench to find out who really wants to play and who doesn't. And then she takes it over to the gym the next week and builds up great battles and the intensity in the gym. As she said earlier in the pregame show, in the Game On show, she talked about the culture in the gym is very different now than it has been in the past a few years. And she said that, we really have people battling to get a spot and then to keep that spot. And we're taking a look at it live here tonight. We watched a lot of great battles. I think Sibley and Kelsch is one battle going on, and maybe Ross, maybe the two McKennas are going to be battling each other. I don't know. Who knows about that one? And the middles, that's another great battle. So I love the way that there's a lot of battling for positions. The fact they do not have, a set lineup is a little bit troubling, but I'm not too troubled by it, not that much. I think that it's going to make it more difficult for Irvine and Davis, I think, to prepare for Hawaii. They've got about 11 or 12 players to figure out.
Yeah, UC Irvine, for what it's worth, with the best non-conference record among Big West Conference teams here, getting ready to start conference play at 12-1. And Hawaii is going to, frankly, they're going to have to win this conference, right? I mean, at 6-5, the way the RPI numbers are looking, this is a Hawaii team that is not going to be able to take many nights off in conference play because every one of those matches will count.
You want to know how many nights they can take off in league? Zero. No nights. There's no nights off for Hawaii at all. At home or on the road, it's going to be one tough grind. I really think they have to run the table.
It is truly time to get down to business for this Rainbow Wahine squad. But once again, they're able to smile a little bit with their 4th straight victory on the birthday weekend of their first year head coach. That will do it for us. Don't forget about the Heineken post-game show. Scott, Lisa, and Ryan will break things down for you. That's it for us, though. For CMAC, I'm Kanoa Leahy. Till next time, everybody, we wish you aloha.